So I knew I didn't know anybody at the party. I knew no one at the party. You're not allowed to eat ice cream or drink cold drinks. You mustn't drink ice cream or eat ice cream or drink cold drinks. Jane sometimes hits her husband and he occasionally hits her too. Wow. Jane and her husband occasionally hit each other. You must stay in bed until Friday. You mustn't get up until Friday. We should hurry up. We ought to hurry up. We ought to hurry up. I think there is no sugar left. I don't think there's any sugar left. No changes into any when we apply negation. I last saw him 6 years ago. I haven't seen him for 6 years. And we need to resize our image. I haven't seen him for 6 years. I'm afraid we don't have enough petrol. I'm afraid we have too little petrol, because little petrol is uncountable, so we need to say too little petrol. I'd like to study art, but I don't know if I will pass the entrance exam. If I pass the entrance exam, I will study art. Yeah, so we can do first conditional here. If I pass the entrance exam, I will study art. Would you like me to do the shopping for you? Shall I do the shopping for you? Easy enough. I don't have enough friends to talk to. I have too few friends. See? Too few is indicating that there are not enough friends for her to talk to. Malgaru is a capital city, but it's very dirty. Although Malgaru is a capital city, it is very dirty. Okay. Number 18. He can't lift this suitcase. He's too weak. He isn't strong enough to lift this suitcase. He and his wife don't enjoy classical music. Again, neither, because we have two people, he and his wife. Neither he nor his wife enjoy classical music. Let's go to the cinema. How about going to the cinema? How about is connected to ing. Mary is prettier than her sister. Mary isn't as pretty as her sister. 22. It is necessary for you to write the essay. Is it necessary for you to write the essay for tomorrow? Do you need to write the essay for tomorrow? Nobody helped Ellen to cook this delicious dinner. Ellen cooked this delicious dinner on her own. Would you like me to bring you something to drink? Shall I bring you something to drink? Aunt Gloria came last March and she is still staying with us. Aunt Gloria has been staying with us since last March. Now this is a very good example of present perfect continuous. Something that started in the past and continues until now, and at the same time we are indicating a time period. When we arrived, the chief inspector was questioning the clerk. Okay, so here I see that we have ing, and we are about to do a passive voice sentence here. So when we arrived, the clerk was being questioned by the clerk. Was being questioned. Questioned is passive form of past continuous. They ought to stop the hooligans. Hooligans, and again passive voice here. Hooligans ought to be stopped. He didn't study law, that's why he isn't a rich man now. Okay, so we have, as you can see, we have past tense here and present tense here, which means that we need to use a mixed conditional in this sentence. Now, first one refers to the past, and we are considering an alternative version of the past, which, as you probably know now, needs to be rendered in past perfect or third conditional. So if he had studied law, he would be a rich man now. Okay. The second part is he would be a rich man now because it is referring to the present, and it's an alternative version of the present, which is always signified by a second conditional in would in this case. Why are they laughing so loudly? I wish they wouldn't laugh so loudly. Universal has just released a new science fiction film. A new science fiction film has just been released by Universal. My boyfriend can't dance. It's so annoying. I wish my boyfriend could dance. Can turns into could here. I wish my boyfriend could dance. I'm not a princess, so I can't marry a prince. Okay, so this is another conditional, and it's referring to the present situation or future situation, but an alternative version of this situation. Which means that we should use past continuous or second conditional. I mean past simple, and which is second conditional, and would here. Or could in this case, because can will turn into could instead of would, because it's can here. So we don't have to use would, we can use could. If I were a princess, I could marry a prince. There you go. Second conditional in both parts of the sentence, because both of them refer to the present. Can I borrow your car, John? Asked Brian. Brian asked if he could borrow John's car. We use if here because if is Polish czy in such embedded questions. So polskie czy is rendered by if or whether in such embedded questions. I won't go to that stupid meeting, said Frank. Fran refused to go to that stupid meeting. Refuse is connected to. That's why we need to do it here. It seems that Janet spends too much time in the pub. Janet seems to spend too much time in the pub. I think you should go to bed as soon as possible. You had better go to bed as soon as possible. Here we're giving somebody an advice. When we want to give somebody a piece of advice, we use the had better structure. You had better do something, or you had better not do something, and implying at the same time that if you don't apply this piece of advice, something negative might happen. Perhaps he speaks English. He might speak English. Yeah, so just a speculation regarding the future. Simple use of might. Peter was an excellent cook when he was at college. Okay, used, well, simple enough. Peter used to be an excellent cook when he was at college. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the first page, and as I said, you can watch it, rewatch it, and enjoy. There's a lot of nice, and to be honest, easy structures. Structures that appear on the subsequent pages probably will be a little bit more difficult. Still, this is a good warm-up. Okay, so see you in the next section.